Okay, welcome everybody. I was waiting for a countdown and bam, there it is. Welcome everybody to the Hood Conservative Podcast. Come on in that room. Come on in the room. We missed you guys. Come on in the room. Give us. Okay, we're in the room again.
Oh, finally.
There we go.
What?
Hello, you all. Welcome to the Hood Conservative Podcast.
I
Sound
do.
effects like that going on? Okay, that's what. Yeah, boy, that's what's up. That's what's up right there, right there. Um,
We
okay.
got a special
Fabian,
guest
how
in the
you
house.
been?
I'm amazing. Been working my behind off, but I love it. I love the pace of my life right now because it's nonstop. And when it's nonstop, you accomplish so much, and because you're just in a short amount of time because you just keep going and keep going. So I'm proud of what I've been able to accomplish in the last 3 weeks or so, and it definitely made some waves for my future accolades that I think will be soon coming. So yeah, I'm very happy right now.
Oh, wonderful. And how was the 4th of July with the Eagles?
You know what? I had multiple clients with 4th of July activities going on. So I worked straight through the 4th of July. We ended up getting about 300,000 views in
Oh,
48 hours
wonderful.
on our project for the
Wonderful.
Eagles. Yes. So, and that number continues to rise. So, yeah, like I said, everything's going amazing.
And Gator, our special guest for today. How are you?
I'm all right, darling. How are you? I'm just trying to figure everything out here. My first time here, but I'm doing good.
Welcome to the space. Welcome to the podcast. And hello to everybody that's joining us. Frank, we see you. Um, and Sigma, hello. And Sophia Williams said hello, Travian.
Hey, hello. Thank you
And
guys
see,
for
I'm glad
joining
y'all
us.
can see them because see, I can't see them, so you just have to say hello for me too.
Wait, you just said hello for
Gator said hi.
yeah,
Yeah, I
Gator.
just say hello.
Okay, Gator, make sure
Gator
you
said hi, y'all.
podcast. Uh, okay, so we're gonna get started. G, do you have that clip?
What does that say?
Uh, is that a
Can
clip,
you blow
G?
that? Can you blow that up, G? Because I definitely can't see that.
Can you see it, Gator?
Well, let me put my old man glasses on. I bet you I can. I ain't scared.
Right. Well, good. We don't like scared people, Gator.
Oh yeah, scared people want to come on my
They
podcast.
say they fucking
You
lied.
know, they won't do that. I'm
Something
actually.
about
Let me see if I
Moderna's
can see
COVID
it.
shot got full approval for babies,
And
and that
Nora
is for a
said,
hustling bitch.
"Hello, ladies and Mr. Gator. Let's talk Epstein, Texans. Pissed. Nora, why you don't come on the
Right.
show, girl? You got all the
Yes,
news.
please do.
Why don't you just come on the show? Just drop your little drop your email address and it inbox me and come on up on the stage. Let's get the ball rolling.
So the clip. So the clip
So
says they fucking lie. Oh, he took the clip off. I was gonna read the clip. You
Well, I
want to
had
throw
the
that
first
clip back
part
up?
read. Something about Moderna. They fucking lied that it was approved for babies.
Right.
so it's,
So,
it never ceased to amaze me how many people, you know, they don't read, they don't do the research. And when somebody say, "Oh, you need to get your baby this shot," that's what they do, you know. And they're saying they will
I,
no longer.
I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed that they would make this available for babies. Um, they said it wouldn't happen. They said kids didn't need it. RFK himself said it. Um, it's we have to look at what's being promoted and the agendas being pushed. Hey, hey,
Hey, what's going on? Hi, everybody.
Tisha, how you been?
Good, and you
hey,
guys?
Tisha,
Good, 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 good.
How
amazing.
do, ma'am?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How
That's
you?
Gator.
Good. What are you guys discussing?
But yeah, you know,
We was talking about that
well, we're this new.
that they're
Oh, go ahead, Laverne.
recommending that it was
To
a
babies.
yeah, about the Moderna shot for kids, for
Oh,
babies. And they were saying they're not recommending that shot for kids. And I was just saying that people need to do their research, before they just play follow the leader. I mean,
yeah. Well, a lot of these blue states, they
Anybody
make
willing to
that
give that to a kid?
mandatory. They make it mandatory for like kindergarten and preschool and stuff like that. That's a lot of the problem with these governors. They make it mandatory, and then people who work or go to school, they don't have any childcare, for their kids, and so they're pushed into complying with the state.
They still have it mandatory
I,
even to today.
I
because
know
I'm in a red
California.
state, so it's not mandatory here.
Yeah, you're over there where there's freedom. No, but if you're over here in a blue state,
Right.
like I am, Newsom makes everything mandatory over here.
So
That
that's
there's no research.
mandatory in your neck of the woods.
Yeah, they were even trying to do that for the COVID, but actually, I was impressed. A lot of parents had pushed back against that because they were seeing the YouTube videos of other parents who were speaking out on their 14, 15, and 16-year-olds who were healthy, playing soccer, running track, doing swim. And, after that booster, they just literally collapsed. And they started pulling, the media started pulling those videos so you couldn't find them on TikTok and YouTube anymore. They immediately started pulling those videos down that these parents were posting. Their kids were in good health and had no problems, and next thing you know, they had that what is it, myocard, the heart thing.
Yeah,
And
Myocarditis.
yeah, and
I,
then
yeah.
they were
They
having
said it was caused by the blood clots
yep,
from the
strokes,
shots. The shots was
heart
causing
attacks and
clots.
blood clots. And these are kids that are not obese, they're not on drugs, they're not um they don't have any health problems, and boom, after that shot, that booster, they're
there
just,
it is.
yep. Yep.
But
I
they did
just,
away with that now, right? Because
well,
Trump signed that executive order that he took away all vaccine mandates.
California is not complying. I don't know if you've seen on the news. I believe it was
Well,
Monday.
California don't comply with shit.
And that's what
They never have.
we're
Absolutely.
waiting for this administration to actually be boots on the ground with our officials. They're doing a good job. I seen a lot of ICE
On the
agents this
ground.
morning. They're doing a good job getting the illegals out, but there's no actual arrest here. Newsom is still doing whatever the hell he wants. Mayor Karen Bass is still doing whatever she wants. If you guys seen her,
Well,
the TikToks and the Twitter, she's still saying we are not going to comply here. So under
I
this
agree with you there.
un- under this administration, I'm waiting. The residents here in California were waiting for Tom Homan or Kristi Noem or Trump himself, somebody to come and let these people know this is not the same leadership we had in the last 4 years. So I don't know if they're going to arrest these officials or keep,
They need
you know,
to. You're
pull
right.
pulling their money, their funding, but that's not working. Newsom clearly
But
made a video
yeah,
about it. He said California is not complying. They will still have boys in the girls' bathroom. They will still have boys competing against girls. He's said it time and time again. So I don't know really what this administration is waiting for. Everybody else who was talking has been arrested, has been pulled from their position. But it's like the people here in California, for some reason, it looks like untouchable. There's been no movement besides, oh, we're going to pull your funding. Well, they've already said here in California, we don't give a shit about the funding. We are still going to proceed with these male athletes competing against these young women, and they're getting the medals for winning. So I don't know what's going to happen. I'm waiting to see what is going to happen, as every other conservative and
I mean,
Republican
nothing,
in this
nothing's
state.
gonna,
It'll take a
nothing's gonna.
minute before that funding sets in, but wait till that funding absence uh, starts to take effect, and he'll start to give a shit.
While there's
Right
so
now,
there,
it's
go
But I
ahead.
don't think
yeah. Right now, it hasn't affected him
because
that much, but wait till that money missing starts to affect him, and he'll start to give a shit.
They're heavily funded here for the LGBTQ ABCDEFG clubs,
right,
the
right.
transgender clubs, the pills that they're giving them before surgery. So I don't really know if him pulling the funding for the education is actually going to do anything. This is a blue state. It's a sanctuary state. The governor says that. The mayor says that. I believe their funding comes heavily elsewhere, outside of federal dollars. So until the Trump administration can start arresting these clowns here in California,
Right.
we're just crumbling. California is crumbling. Even under this administration, they do what they want. They continue to have children be able to transition. And I don't know how the doctors and the pharmaceutical companies are getting away with this. I know that I believe it's the Los Angeles Children's Hospital is under investigation, but there's nothing to investigate. They've already proven the children
Yeah.
were being transitioned there. That's already been proven. So I don't know when the arrests are going to take place, what's going to happen. We're all just sitting here in California like, are we still going to be crumbling under this administration?
Yeah, I believe this is my opinion though, but I believe that the funding for that place is probably coming from overseas, like maybe China, or it's getting funneled in probably through some of those pharmaceutical companies, maybe some NGOs, but the money's coming from outside of the country and going right straight into the coffers of California. So when he says he don't give a shit, he really means it
Yeah.
because he's getting financed just like a little small third world country.
Yep.
And when he threatens to
He's
separate
turning
and
California
secede,
into a third
yeah, when he
world
threatens
country.
to secede from the union and become his own little country, he means that shit too because he's being set up by probably China. I'd be willing to bet money on it,
Well, for
and
this
I'd
administration not
probably
to
be
do
his own
anything.
country.
Yeah, well, everybody I seen on Twitter, when Newsom said that he wanted California to detach from the United States, I was like,
Yep,
okay, when
secede from
when
the union.
yeah, and I was telling myself, okay, when Trump gets in, this is not going to happen. But it seems like everybody doesn't give a shit about California. They're like, let them fall off the grid. In all reality, he's doing that because this is basically the next Epstein Island here. Not only what they're doing with the kids with the transition and the hormones and the puberty blockers and all this other crap, but why would you allow a state that is part of the United States to detach from the United States? Who is this man? How much power does he have? And why would you allow a governor to do that? That's not what Californians want. We voted for ICE,
Mm.
lower taxes, no sanctuary cities, and America first, the hard working people. So, I'm sitting here like everybody else in California, like, hey, is this administration just going to let us detach and crumble? Because that's exactly what's happening. What are they hiding? What are they trying to do? He's already been so successful, Newsom, Mayor Bass, and Scott Weiner, with their open pedophilia laws. I don't know what else they have to put in front of America's face to be arrested and for this administration to step in and help the Californians here. That's not what we voted for. We didn't vote for 17 and 18-year-old grown ass men competing in little girl sports. That's not what we voted for here.
But it's the same thing. It's the same thing when you look at Colorado. defying President Trump flagrantly. California defying President Trump flagrantly as far as saying, we're not going to arrest anybody, we're not going to do anything, and you can't make us. He hasn't enforced it. He hasn't enforced a single arrest. However, he's jumping on Zorian, somebody who's not even in office, saying that he's going to arrest him. And so this is where we're in this dichotomy where nothing is happening. Nobody's in trouble. Not a single person has been arrested for everything that they investigated with Doge. Not a single person's been arrested for the Epstein situation. Not a single person has been arrested for, stealing the election in 2020. Ain't motherfucking shit gonna happen. And we just need to accept the shit. Get your money up to where it won't matter who's in office disrespecting the freedoms of this country. You'll be able to remain free because you can pay for it. And I've come to the conclusion that that is the only way, because what we've seen lately is just a fallacy of government. And nobody's been held accountable. Nobody's even been named in anything. As all of the corruption that we had during the Biden and Kamala 4 years, and everything that we all complained about. We hated Eric Adams. Now we're cheering Eric Adams. It's all bullshit. All this shit is bullshit, and they can go suck a dick. I don't care. I'm so beyond it at this point, because it's so flagrant in our faces right now. And I'll deal with that my own way. But I would advise everybody to fight for your own freedoms, because this government is definitely not fighting for you.
And the way it's not even about like really getting your money up. You've got to, you got the good stuff rolling.
I got the good stuff. Yeah.
Able to convince people. So he tells everybody what they want to hear.
So how do you know this?
That was supposed to straight.
He has a sense of humor. He can be funny.
Right. His ability to sell. It's very much like Clinton. Both Bill and Donald have the ability to go over to a fat, ugly woman. So you are the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. So you probably know he has scalp reduction. You see that the same male pattern woman that we all have. He's not a horrible human being. He has nasty things with best friends.
I want to make a comment on that.
Hold up. Valerie said, I agree, Letitia, I live in California. And she said, Ron, you don't know what's happening behind the scenes. And hello to everybody that just joined in. Valerie and everybody else, welcome in. If you're out there, please drop us a comment in the box. Drop us a comment in the box.
Yes.
I want to respond to that.
Hear from you.
Go ahead.
To that video. So I know, like with Elon Musk, he's trying to say that Trump was on the list. That's why he will not release it. So for you to leave your child with someone that you are now claiming to be on the Epstein list, I don't believe you, first of all. Second of all, since 2018, I've been watching judges throughout the United States and guardian ad litems and crooked CPS workers help kids disappear. I've spoken to victims, and we shouldn't really be looking at the list per se. How are these people getting these children? It's not really about, Senator so-and-so. Where did Senator so-and-so legally kidnap this child from? And when I say legally, they were legally adopted out by a parent who didn't want to give them up, but there had to have been a court order, either through the Department of Child Protective Services, which if you've had a run-in with them, they are AKA on the street, child pedo system. Second of all, anybody whose child is missing, the first thing that they do, especially if they're involved in children's court or CPS, we are going to the mayor. After we go to the mayor, we're going to somebody above them, which is the city council and then the governor. So a lot of people are screaming at Pam Bondi about the list. The list has been out. If you rewind since 2015, the list has been out. You have Senator so-and-so on there, Governor so-and-so, your favorite actress and model. They're still in their position. We need to break it down to how are you getting these kids who not everybody is just coming up missing after school or on the street or they were at the mall and then they can't find them. A lot of these kids, if you go on TikTok and YouTube that have aged out of foster care, they will tell you what judge and what guardian ad litem has put them in this 5013C or 4C who and how they came up missing or trafficked. We don't need to know who is buying the
You know,
children, who is
you
supplying the children. You know who's
know,
supplying
you
them?
tell the truth.
It's
You
the
have to tell the truth
lawyers.
about how this happens. You have to tell the truth about how this happens, Letitia. It happens because the
That's
parents
how it's
neglect
happened.
when your kids end
Not
up in the
every
system. The
not
parents
every single
they
parent
don't
saying
fight.
that about CPS. There's no winning with them,
No,
Trevion.
no.
Their best friend
Actually,
is
no,
the
no.
judge who signs the paper. Or they'll try to say, oh,
Letitia,
Sabrina's fast at
personal.
14 and then she's
I know
pregnant
that's
by her
personal
foster
to
dad
you.
at 37.
But I know this topic is personal to you.
Yeah.
However, you have to actually look at how the kids end up in the system. It is 99% of the time out of neglect by the parents. And people don't want to realize actually admit to that. These people aren't they don't even know your child exists until you give them a reason to know your child exists. And so
Anybody
people
can
are like,
call
okay,
on
well
anybody.
Yeah, anybody can
once you
call.
Anybody can
once you get
call.
in but
But
once
once
you get
they
in the
know the
system, it's a battle. It is a
but not
battle.
only that, they
However,
know who
you
doesn't
have
have
got to
money.
fight for your children.
You
I'm sorry.
there's too many people all over this nation, white, black, Republican, nonpartisan, illegal, saying the same thing about CPS. You can be anybody. If your neighbor does not like you and you don't have money to get your kid back, your child is sold either for their organs, sex, or they'll be having a child and then the foster parents will say, "Oh, they ran away." How the fuck do you have 200 kids run out of the same foster home in the last 15 years? It's the governor hiding these 5013Cs and keep giving them their license. It's the same. You got to really dig. You got to dig around and see how
No,
many
I
parents on
you know
different
what?
sides of the aisle are saying that. I honestly don't care about the list. I want to know, how did you get the kid? That's what I want to know. Where did you
And
get this child
It,
from?
And
so
also, it's
when
not just that.
you
You
when you
also have kids with medical
Yeah.
conditions
Yeah.
that are getting caught up in that situation with CPS,
Yep.
and the parents are having
and that
problems trying to fight their way out
Yep.
of
and
it
that's
and
your one.
prove that it's a
Yep.
medical condition that's causing them to have bruises on their skin.
Yep.
And we're seeing that happen all across the United States,
Yep.
that they're snatching these kids out of the homes for all type of problems and putting them in something that's even worse.
And in California, if you didn't want to give your kid the COVID shot and you were going through a divorce, if you were against the COVID shot and you had a judge who was a liberal or a Democrat or
Get
just
fucked.
scared, they took your child. And if both of the parents didn't want to give them the COVID shot, they took your child and placed them in foster care because you didn't want to get your child the COVID shot. I've been to over 17 of those
You know,
proceedings.
but you speak of a small minute of these cases, Letitia. The parents are responsible at the end of the day for their children ending up in the system, except for when, like Laverne said, when there are medical conditions involved and they can't decipher, and so the state just takes your kid and they end up running them through a system because in Illinois they get $1 million per kid that goes into the system
Yeah.
because they run them through all these types of
Yeah.
services and they bring in all these people, but at the end of the day the bulk of children in foster care are in there because their parents did some foul shit, were neglecting their kids, and then say something else because I was lobbying for this in Illinois. They won't take your child initially without doing a review. You have to be repetitively being negligent for
No,
them to come and take your
they
children
set
from
up
you.
crackheads. They set up crackheads. They give them their
They
kids
set
and
up
they
a
know
lot
they're
of people, not just
they're
crackheads.
gonna
They set up a lot
relapse.
of
Yeah,
people.
they know that they're gonna relapse, or like parents that just come out of prison. They'll give them this whole safety plan. I mean, we can argue about it all day till we're blue in the face. My whole point is, I don't care who's on the list. How are you guys getting these children? You can't just knock on Sandra and Dale's door and say, I like your 6-year-old that has blonde hair and she's white and I want to have sex with her. That's not how that works. We
The
can't just say every parent who had their kid took is
parent,
neglectful. That's not what
Yeah.
no,
America
there's
is shouting
neglect.
about. Is we don't have constitutional rights, and there's a judge who's a pedophile who's getting paid to be a pedophile enabler and ship little Susie off across, whatever state lines. There is no constitutional rights, not only in family court, but in CPS. That is not, that I will never believe unless you've done it in every state and sat and hear these people. They look at who doesn't have money, who just came out of prison, and they know you can fight all day long. I don't, like I said, I don't care who's on the Epstein list. What we should be asking is, where did you get this child?
Children.
Who provided this child to you? I don't give a shit about the list. Those people are elites and they're billionaires. I want to know the small people that are snatching them up legally. What attorney's office has this authority, and why do you have over 600 parents that are white, black, Mexican, Republican, nonpartisan, partisan, and Democrats saying the same thing about this law office? That's what I'm talking about. When you got people on different sides of the aisle saying my daughter got pregnant at Dale and Kristen's foster home, and they've been saying that for the last 20 years, I'm not looking at the parents like, were you smoking weed and you didn't go show up for class? No, I want to know why
Just
Dale got all
keep,
these people pregnant.
keep, keep your kids out the system. That's the bottom
The
line.
system
Take
is
care of your
too
kids.
big.
Keep your
Look,
kids out.
look at California. Look at
That's
California. California is a mess. Go
bullshit.
try to tell Karen Bass that you want her to
Showing
pull
up.
the L, B, C, D, G, A, F, G class out of that school. Go try to tell Karen Bass that. She don't want to hear shit you got to say. The first thing she's gonna say is, "Well, you're racist against the gay people. You should not. This is a sanctuary state. I live here with these clowns. Scott Weiner and Governor Newsom have done what they did to this state because nobody has stopped them at all. This is a sanctuary state for pedophiles. Where do you think they got minor attractive person from at this state? What governor does that? I don't believe any CPS report here at all from anybody. This state is wants to detach for a reason. They want to be the first state to impregnate minors, and that's why they want to detach from it. What I want to know is, what the hell is Trump and Pam Bondi going to do about it? I don't want to argue about the system and all that. I already know you have higher people helping you. That's why Newsom and Karen Bass and Scott Weiner are able to do what they do in this state. Nobody has stopped them at all. Nobody.
If I can inject my opinion, if y'all ladies don't mind,
Go ahead.
I see the
We
two
want
sides. I see there's two sides of this. How the children get to where they're going, and I think I'm on. Was that Letitia?
Yes,
I can't see the
Leticia
small
Letty.
writing.
Yeah, that's my name.
Letty, I might be on your side because CPS is the biggest traffic organization there is on the planet. They snatch kids, and they look for a reason to snatch kids, and they make up reasons to take kids out of the home. They just walk into the door and they look and say, "Oh, there's a dirty diaper that didn't
Yeah.
make it into the trash can. Let me take that child out of the home. And if you can't get the home clean to our standards when we come back, then you're not going to get the child back. And then all of a sudden, the child disappears
Yep.
into the system.
Yep.
And it doesn't matter if that child came out of a 10-room mansion or a 2-room shack.
Yeah.
It don't matter if the parents are meth heads or millionaires.
Yep.
And then that child ends up in a foster home with 15 other children and goes in a ledger, and then that ledger goes into a bigger ledger and ends up on a menu, and
Yep.
then they're ordered and shipped out. cps
Exactly.
is the big cps the CPSs around the country are a network of child
Yeah.
trafficking,
Yeah. 100%.
and that's how they are, and that's how they are networked together into one big. It's one big Amazon for shopping for
Yeah.
children, and you can
Yeah.
find, and you've seen them on Amazon. where you can
Yep.
buy a $5,000 pair of shoes.
Yep.
Like, really? Come on now. No damn pair of shoes cost $5,000.
Yeah.
So come on, and that's
Well,
my opinion on it. Now, and not all CPS people are bad.
Yeah.
There's always a good and a bad side,
Yeah. True.
but
Always.
75%, in my opinion, again, 75% of them CPS workers have been bought off,
Yes.
blackmailed, or have something held over them,
Yep.
and they're snatching children. And I've seen it firsthand. And I've had people come to me in my organization going, "Hey, I've got to get my kid back." Or they've got people coming to them saying, "Hey, can you help me get my kid back? I've lost my child."
Yeah.
And and then there are them ones that are just straight up piece of shit parents that
Yep.
need to lose
Yeah.
their children. And
Yeah.
then unfortunately, that child gets sucked up into the same shithole of a CPS, but
Yeah.
it's still fucked up CPS. So you still
Yeah.
end up in the fucked up CPS. So you still have CPS that's fucked up. So you
Yep.
still have the same problem, no matter how you end up in it. Whether you end up in it by the parents' fault or CPS stole them, you still end up in the same fucked up spot.
Yeah. Well, I
So it
wanted
doesn't
to
matter
know.
who did it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who did it.
Yeah.
You still up in the same pile of shit,
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
matter how you ended up there. So the common denominator problem is CPS.
Yeah.
The
No
system. That's
oversight.
the
Yeah.
problem.
And I
Yeah,
think
Yeah.
it's
because
sad how they put these kids in homes, and recently we had a situation here with a lady that was a nurse. She was putting locks on the refrigerator doors, and I think she had killed a couple of the foster kids, and they
Jeez.
recently locked her up. I think it was like last month they arrested her. But it's sad because, you know, they move these kids around a lot. The kids never get a chance to really attach a bond with people.
Yeah.
And so therefore they grow up not trusting anyone.
Yeah.
And trust is always a huge issue for
Yeah.
them because of the things that they go through in these homes. And a lot of these teenager girls also that are in foster care have pimps, and DCF
Yeah.
knows that.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a lot that's going on with these kids.
Yeah.
Also, if you're listening, we see y'all. I see you, Nora, Kill, Burn. I see Christy. I see you all guys. You're there. Please retweet this post, everyone. Please retweet the post.
I was looking for it on Twitter and I didn't see that you posted it. I was looking on your trying to look on your and Travion's.
I finally figured out how to put it there.
Oh.
It took me a minute,
You just had to repost
and
the little thing in the middle,
well,
and then
I had to put up here. And I
show.
learned it says to stream this to your audience, and I figured it out. And I appreciate whoever's running the show in the back there, putting me backstage while I was sitting there doing this right here, and my finger was all in the sky. Thank you for putting me backstage while I figured it all out, because I was sitting
Tra-
there looking like an idiot live. I can look
Tra-
like an idiot. Just let me do it backstage. So thank you for that.
Travion, what do you think about
So
Elon's statement on Twitter about Trump after he posted the last 6 months with little X and Trump alone? How do you feel about that?
I
Well,
mean,
she let her think. I'm gonna tell
they
you
were
like this:
both
if I know
using.
you're a motherfucking pedophile, I'm not leaving my goddamn child with you.
Yeah.
Point blank. That's what I feel about it.
What about
You
yeah,
know.
that's yeah. Yeah, that's true. That
Well, I mean, I don't know about the public situation, but a lot of our cousins and uncles are fucking pedophiles, and you
yeah.
still got your cousins and nieces around. So
Yep.
let's keep that 100.
Yeah.
Secondary, they were both using
And
each other to get what they needed.
aunties too.
Yep.
You know.
Exactly. So let's not forget what's really real in this situation. So you can't be blaming Elon when he
Oh
was
no,
on
I'm not
camera with
blaming
his
him.
son and
I was asking you, what did
the
you
Oval
feel
Office,
about it?
acting like a young JFK. I think
Yeah.
I think um I think Elon is smart enough to know that he could be used and disposed of at any given time. And I do believe that Elon has the technology or is smart enough, bright enough to be able to collect enough information. We have still not heard Trump say he's not on the list. That's my indicator. You haven't even come out and said, you know what, you're full of shit. I'm not on the list. Trump never one time in his life said he's not on that list. So what I'm
Because
going to
who
say
would
is they
believe
were
he
both agree.
was? Who would believe he was? The Democrats would have used that right away as soon as they push Kamala's stupid butt.
That's another no, no, that's another bullshit thought because they're all on the shit. They're not gonna snitch on each other. They would have to tell on each other if they told on one.
So you
So they're
think
all
that?
on that shit.
I think they would have put it out personally. I think they would have put it out quick as soon as Kamala and her dancers weren't working and she wasn't getting the support. That's just my opinion. I think they would have been like, well, let's
Trump
release
had it
this.
first administration. Trump had it in 2016. Why are we playing games? If Trump was going to be real with the American people, he would have dropped that shit in 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020. He didn't. Trump had act. We can't blame the Democrats for it because Trump had it in his first term. Like everybody's not thinking about it. What'd you say?
Wait, the phone is staticky. Let me take.
Oh no, but Trump
Can you
had
guys
it.
hear
Trump
me?
had the whole list. Fact, he started releasing little bits and pieces of it, so everybody knew he had it. Why are we forgetting these factual, moments in history when Trump had full access to the Epstein files? In Mar, that's probably why they really raided Mar-a-Lago because he took a fucking copy with him. That's really what I'm
Well,
thinking.
if they found
And
it, they should have let it go. If they found
well,
it, they should have let it go. And if he was on it, then they should have told him. I think people are trying to steer MAGA into this and that way. I mean, he's already won. The guy's not going anywhere. If I was working for him, I'd push for another 4 years because these clowns are waiting for him to get out to reverse everything that he just fixed. They're going to try to flood the border again and do all that. So what they thought was, well, we're going to attack Pam Bondi and maybe half of MAGA will fall apart. He ain't getting rid of her. He's not getting rid of her. So everybody who has that idea, she's not the only one who could release the list, first
talk
of all.
about
Second of all,
Right.
everybody's like, well, why what? Fuck, Joe was just in there for 4 years. Why didn't he release it? Why didn't he read
because Trump.
everybody sees Trump doing what he said he was gonna do, and they're trying to pick.
No,
Let's break up the
no.
Republicans. Let's break up MAGA. Who's on Elon's side? Who wants a new party? Who wants to go down Pam's
Or
throat
who's
for
got
not
a brain?
releasing it?
Look
Who
at it
gives a
like
fuck? The
that.
guy
Look
already
at who's
won.
got a brain.
Whoever doesn't like him, I
Look
believe,
at
like
who's
he
got a
said,
brain.
you can leave, come back if you want. Don't. That's okay too. I mean, if you're on American soil, your president is Donald J. Trump. And I think if you don't like it, call Tom Homan, ask him if he could ship your ass back to where the fuck you were born. That's just my
You know
opinion.
why they ain't releasing the list? Because the motherfuckers ain't got it.
Why?
You know who's got it?
Just ask the
BB Net
victims.
and fucking Yahoo. BB
Just
Satan Yahoo's got that motherfucker over in Israel because Israel runs this goddamn country because they blackmailing every motherfucker in
Speak
Congress.
on it, Gator.
they, they
Speak
could
on it,
They
Gator.
are
they
Speak
could
blackmailing
on it.
every
I be trying to
motherfucker in
tell
Congress.
people.
All them sons of bitches that's got dual
Speak
citizenship
on it. Gator.
with goddamn Israel
Speak on it.
is being blackmailed,
Speak on
and
it.
that's why we can't get a goddamn thing done.
They should just ask the
Speak on
victims to
it.
come forward one by one. We don't need to press Congress.
Because
Anybody can
what was
come.
that motherfucker? What was that motherfucker's name?
Go that hard.
Who?
Epstein. Ep
Epstein.
motherfucking Steen. That sounds kind of motherfucking Zionist Jewish to me. Goddamn it. He's a motherfucking Israel has that goddamn list. That's why the motherfucking United States can't release the son of a bitch. They don't have it. So when they told you they don't have it,
Laverne.
they weren't lying. They were not
Laverne,
lying.
let's call
They
Candace
don't
right
have the
now. Call
motherfucker because
Candace.
Israel's got it.
Call Candace Owens. What does she got to say about this? Let's call Candace.
Candace will tell you the
Well,
same goddamn thing.
Let's just call Miss Owens right
she is
now.
gonna say
Miss Owens will tell you the same
she
goddamn
act-
thing. Pam Bondi
she
can't
just
release that fucking
promo.
list because the bitch ain't got it. Satan Yahoo's got it.
But then so then let's go
BB
back
Satan, who's got
to
that list in his fucking safe.
You know, I want
speak
to
on
say
it.
something
But this is the
about
thing.
DeSantis.
Let's go back
Huh?
to Epstein. Now all of a sudden he killed himself, and they have all the video and everything. When we had Bill Barr, oh, we don't have any video. We
Yeah.
don't have this. Nobody was there. Everybody was asleep. The cameras weren't working. He hung himself with sheets. Now, if anybody knows anything about maximum security, they do not give you sheets
Yeah.
because they know you will put them together and
Yeah.
hang you. And so
Yeah.
how did he hang himself with some sheets? Like this whole thing, Cash Patel before he became, and I get it, when you work for the president, you push the president's agenda. But you were just somebody completely different before they put you in that office. So we got to realize what's really cashing them. Everybody in the White House is on bullshit because they're pushing one agenda. I said it last week. Trump has his propaganda machine. Democrats have their propaganda machine. It's all propaganda. We all know that Trump's approval ratings have fallen, but then we've got Caroline Levitt putting, oh, Trump's numbers are higher than ever. No, motherfucker, you lied. You bullshitted people. People are waking up. They don't give a damn about what you used to be and what you used to say because you're not that now in their eyes, and me included. So we have the right to be able to check President Trump when he's wrong. And it's our motherfucking duty in which to do so if that's how we feel. So y'all can't be saying, oh, we're going to cancel you. Oh, you're a hater. Oh, you're a traitor. Fuck you. I have a free mind and I'm going to say what I got to say.
Yeah. Now, am I going to stand behind Trump? Yeah, I stand behind my president. He is my
Yep.
president. Now, am I going to question what the hell's going on? You goddamn right, I'm going to question it. Until I get a straight fucking answer, I'm going to question it. But I'm going to still stand behind my president until some shit goes sideways, and shit ain't gone sideways yet. I don't see bombs falling out
I
of my
see.
fucking. I don't see bombs falling outside right now, so I'm good.
Well, like
Until
he
that
said,
shit
if you
starts
don't like
happening,
America, you can get out while he's here. I guess come back
right on,
after.
right on, and everything's good.
I'm fucking with.
Shit
You
ain't
need to
burning
say,
outside my house right now. I'm good.
No, hold up. We got a clip on. G, play that
Okay,
clip.
sorry,
okay.
I was on
Listen
a
to that
roll.
All
clip
across America,
talking.
Democrats swore up and down this big, beautiful bill was going to be this nightmare, a so-called cold-hearted plan to rip health care away from millions. Chuck Schumer said that it would be the biggest cut to Medicaid in American history. Elizabeth Warren, she was shrieking about how it was going to throw Americans under the bus for billionaires. But here's what they never told you. The big, beautiful bill isn't about ripping away care from the people who actually needed it. It's about ripping out the fraud that's been draining your wallet for years. Now, today, history just flipped upside down. The big, beautiful bill passed the Senate. Vice President J.D. Vance, he broke the tie. And guess what? Chuck Schumer, Elizabeth Warren, and the entire Dem machine, they never saw it coming. And you know who else didn't see it coming? The millions of illegal freeloaders, able-bodied fraudsters, the shady insiders who've been.
I think he got
Uh
cut or
oh.
something.
Yeah, I was trying to wait for his point. I was waiting for his point. Hey, Nora. How you doing, Nora? Thanks for joining us. They got the list but won't release it. It would start a war. I mean, just to be honest, we're at war with our
No, you
government.
can't
You
come on.
know, I tell everybody, I love President Trump. I don't like him right now, and I have that right as a citizen who cast my vote for him. That when he's doing things that are obtruse of what he ran on, I'm going to say something about it, especially as somebody, and I hate to keep saying it, but I put my life on the line. And so when you tell me something, I'm expecting to see that. I'm going to wait and let you show me who you are. You can't contradict yourself 4 times, 6 months, and just think I'm going to ride with you and sway with you. And, if you wake up and the wind is blowing on that day, I'm not going to do that. I have a brain. I do believe that I am very bright. So when it is that everybody overlooks the shit and says, oh, okay, well, we can't get everything we want. I'm asking for the basics. If you're doing something wrong outside of the basics of what you ran on, we good. But we outside the basics, bro. We are outside of it. So, yeah.
See, I agree to a point. I'm like this. You
Believe that
ran on
Kamala
shit.
were in that seat, we wouldn't have no damn basis. We wouldn't have no damn country. We wouldn't have nothing to stand on because she would have destroyed it all by now. Her and
Oh
disappearing
yeah,
ass Joe Biden.
Yep, that's true.
Because obviously he don't
But
yeah.
we
disappear.
still
We ain't
don't.
seen him. I don't know what the fuck happened to him. But anyway.
But I
Yeah,
still don't have to overlook what's wrong with Trump because Kamala would have been bad. Like that's a bad example. I don't have to look over what Trump is doing bad because Kamala was worse. Like that's
Now
not.
she
I
wasn't
don't
perfect.
See,
She was
correlate.
far from
now
that.
here's how I look.
No,
Here's how
no,
I look
no.
at when Trump when Trump deviates. I give it the 72 hour. I give it the 72 hour. Let's see what the fuck happens or what's going on. But I don't listen to all this bullshit because you got people that will do the immediate. Oh fuck him. No, give it a minute. Let's sit back, okay? Because I've learned since he came down that escalator that okay, Trump don't do shit without a plan. Okay, he's been so many steps ahead every every time. He's been steps ahead when he does something, he already knows the outcome or he knows the next step. He's been ahead every time he's done something. For the most part. Okay, he didn't see that bullshit with the election coming when they fucked him in 2020. But for the most part, he's been steps ahead. So and he hasn't yet. For me, he hasn't done me wrong yet. So until he completely fucks me over, I'm gonna ride. But I'm gonna give it that big picture look for 48 to 72 hours to see and let the dust settle, see what's happening. If shit still seems a
I
little
think
wonky, what's that?
that might be the old Trump. I don't know that that's the current Trump. That's the old Trump. That's the Trump we knew. That's the Trump that made us
Right.
get
That's
up
why
and
I'm gonna
you
that
know
yeah.
went out and
That's
robbed.
why I'm gonna give it
It's
that
not the
I'm gonna
Trump
give it
right.
that little bit of time to see what the hell's happening.
If,
Unless of course
but
there's
if that's the
fucking nukes
let me
getting shot at motherfuckers, then we ain't got time for that shit. But something like what's
so
going
why
on,
is Trump
a list. I'm gonna sit back and wait and see. Okay, what's happening,
yeah.
and
but why is
see.
Trump just
Okay,
lying? He's blatantly lying and people are overlooking it. He came out for no reason and said, oh yeah, I negotiated the ceasefire between Israel and Iran, and which was the fucking just worst lie ever he could have told because it was Qatar that Iran is not even talking to the United States. And he keeps it. I'm wondering why he's doing these things because it gives Democrats all the power in the world to say, see, he's full of shit. That was an unnecessary lie. It was.
oh,
I
see,
worked
these things I don't
with the
know about. I haven't heard
military
this.
cars. I know. Like,
Well, shit,
why
we need to
lie to
reach
the
out to the
American people?
administration. We need to reach out to them
I'm
and
sorry.
say, hey, we need. I said we need to reach out to the administration and say, hey, we need one of you guys up here next Thursday, because
For sure.
you know,
For sure. Because you're lying. You're lying and you're getting caught, and it's embarrassing for the people who believe in you and trust you. Unnecessary lies. Lies that you don't need to just blurt out to the American people in a tweet. Your tweets used to be so cunning, so bright, so disprovable. Like you could not just say Trump is lying. Now I look at the shit, I can make a call to Cutter and he's fucking lying. It's like, what do you think everybody in America is stupid? Like, is everybody going to continue to overlook these unnecessary, actions from our president? Yes, he's our president. We don't have a choice but to ride with him. You know what I'm saying? But there's nothing wrong. The people that you love, you can call them out and tell them they're wrong, and people not, kick you out the house or kick you out the family. Yeah, and that's what's happening with MAGA right now because I have a brain of my own, because I don't follow every kick step that this administration is doing. I'm calling him out when he's lying, bold-faced lying. And now I'm a traitor and I want to get blocked and motherfuckers want to call me a dumb cunt. The dumb cunt is your mama. And this is where we get into this space of smart people and dumb people because this is the space we get into. You know, don't mess with a smart person. I'm smart until you take me across the line. Then I'm gonna talk about your dead mama. Okay. So let's keep it
Right,
100. We
right.
can all be a family and disagree. You know, we can
Yeah.
all do that. But what's happening in the MAGA side that say, oh, you can't, if you're not with Trump 1,000%, you're fuck you. I'm not with nobody 1,000. I'm with me and God 1,000%. So fuck all y'all. So that's where I think the reconsideration needs to come into play, because it shows how ignorant half of MAGA is. It shows that when and it's true, Democrats are more educated than Republicans, because Republicans for the most part stay in the South, and then in these kick-ass countries, they don't even know haven't even taken driver's ed or don't know how to drive properly. So it's true, MAGA is highly less educated than Democrats, and it
Well, maybe we
shows in
should get
instances like this.
maybe we should get Charlie Kirk up here and all the other ones that you're saying are less educated. I actually think it's the other way around, because you tell somebody in an urban city to do
Not
A, B, and C. Maybe not you. Yeah, you have a brain, but most of the people got elected official. They're same color, and they're like, "I'm gonna take the shot. I'm gonna do this. I'm not gonna get a better job because I need my Section 8." I don't know. That's what I'm saying from this,
For me,
over
I
here
don't know
from
all that.
California.
that's
I don't know about the Democrats being all that smart. Cause I seen a lot of them dumb motherfuckers that need to
Yep,
get the fuck up
I
out their
say
seat
smart. I
and the fuck
smart.
up out this country. But
that
anyway,
part.
roll that clip, G.
I
And
didn't say
division.
smart.
Look, we
Oh,
are
I'm
welcoming
glad you
city
did say
ordinance.
smart, cause them
Our
some of them
local police
motherfuckers just
department
stupid. But it's on both sides of it.
will not
Both sides.
ever cooperate with ICE. Whatever their
That's
constitutional
smart.
authority is. And division.
Well, that's our mayor. You know what I'm saying? That's our mayor who looks like Chicken Little, and
And chicken nugget.
That's your mayor.
Oh Lord.
That's your mayor.
Chicago. Yes, yes,
Okay,
and
well, that might
he came
explain a
from
little bit, yeah.
the teachers union. Um, is the biggest mafia in Chicago, and the teachers union elected a puppet. He wasn't even a good teacher, you know, and unfortunately, white people in Chicago and Illinois, they divide the smarter vote. And we always end up getting people like Lori Lightfoot and Tony Preckwinkle and Rahm Emanuel, who is actually running for president. And then JB Pritzker, who is faking, acting like he's going to remain governor. He still is going to be a Rahm JB ticket, both of them coming out of Chicago, because they don't feel like they need to worry about this election anymore, and getting somebody from like a Pennsylvania or a swing state, because they feel like Trump has fucked up so much they can bring two people out of Chicago to run in 2028. So this is why, you know, Brandon Johnson is so fucking flagrantly disrespectful to the betterment of Chicagoans, because he's been empowered by larger powers. So
They
that's
left
why we
us
have that
alone.
pool. You know, they left. They put in. They took one dummy mayor out and put an even dumber mayor in. You know, so
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Y'all did that shit. I'm still
you
chewing on
know,
that. I'm still chewing on that damn dumb Southerner comment you made
you
about
know what?
driving.
This is I didn't say dumb. I said educated. I said Democrats are more educated than Republicans and conservatives, and that's a factual statement. They've gone
Well,
to
yeah, yeah, yeah. And then you make comment about the South and the driving.
yes, I did. I said it
Yeah, you
because
said that
you know
shit.
in the rules. I said it because in the rural South, what I said is a fact.
That we're uneducated.
I said less educated than Democrats, and that's a fact. I know it hurts, but it's a fact.
And you got statistics to prove this, Miss Chicago,
Yes.
with the dumbass
You can
mayor.
grok it, grok it, grok it. Grok will tell you. Just grok it. Grok's saying a lot
Oh,
of things
Grok.
right now.
You want me to Grok
Yeah,
it?
you
You talking about
Grok
the same Grok that thinks he's fucking Hitler?
that does what?
That thinks he's fucking Hitler? That Grok?
I look it up anywhere you want.
What?
I happen to like Grok. I happen to like Grok a lot,
Oh,
especially in this last
Rocket,
24 hours.
rocket.
Grok, yes,
Oh no,
Grok, Rocket,
no, no,
Rocket.
no. I think he was what you
no,
said the
we're
other day. Though.
no, we're fixing to break
Was
out.
you
We're
saying
fixing to
Grok
break
or
out into a
rocket?
second civil war here. I don't, you know what I'm saying? And I
Okay,
like her. I still like her, but I took a little offense to the fact that she said us Southerners down here are dumber than Democrats. I took a little offense to that.
I
Think you
mean,
can get any dumber than some of them damn Democrats. I
I'm,
truly don't think that's possible.
I'm a stand,
I
and
don't
there are
think that's
things that
possible.
some
And not
that
only did she do that, then she's doubling, tripling down on the shit like fucking Sadie Perkins.
I'm gonna stand on what I say. That's what you're gonna learn about me. I'm gonna stand 10 toes down
Well,
on everything I say. One
and
thing
what you're
people
learning
don't
about
know
me is I'm not
about
backing the fuck down just because you're standing on it.
okay, then maybe you're not just one of the uneducated people that I was talking about. You should maybe think about it that way.
You're
But
right.
what I'm saying is
You're right.
that's
I'm
and then
not.
that then so you shouldn't be offended. You shouldn't be. If
I'm
you're not,
not.
you shouldn't be
But what I'm
okay.
doing is I'm also standing up for the other motherfuckers that aren't here to stand up for themselves.
Hey, you got that right. But I'm here to give the facts. So that's where I stand.
And I'm here to
But then
back up
second here
motherfuckers that can't back up themselves. That's a fact.
okay, I love that about you.
So can we
But
agree to
there are
disagree and move on then?
amen.
All
I'm
day,
All right,
every
okay
cool.
with
day.
that.
All
Oh
day, every
no,
day.
amen. Amen.
I think I think that when you talk about the Democrats, right? A lot of them they only believe what they believe. They're not interested in any alternative point of views. They're not even interested in listening to any conversations or dialogue about any alternative views. So for me, it's hard to see that anyone could be dumber than a fucking Democrat. Brainwashed, brainwashed
Well,
more than a Democrat. It's hard. That's
well,
a hard one to swallow.
well. I mean, I'm gonna say this also. I think that rolls both sides too, because you know, I do some politicking in the South, Laverne, and the first thing it is there. When I say the South, for the most part, as far as their beliefs, is a monolith. I'm going to say because the first thing you run up, you meet new people. Do you believe in Jesus Christ? Are you a Christian? If I'm not, why is it that that is the precursor for your judgment on me? And so, and y'all know that's the case all through the Bible Belt, which is why it is, received that name. And so in the South, they definitely have their one-sided views because they don't like Muslims. They don't like Iran. And they've never been,
People
a
don't
lot of
like
them never
their damn self. At the end of the day, a lot of people don't give a fuck about none of that.
speak on
Some people don't like their own self. So,
speak on it.
it is what it is. But, I'm the reason why I say that is because I used to be a Democrat and I used to think a certain way. And it was
Correct.
nothing nobody could really say to me to change my mind about my perspective or my view on how I saw things. I didn't want to hear shit. The only thing I said,
Correct.
I would hear on the news, Republicans are racist. This is racist. Everything is racist. That was the whole everything that was said on the news media. But once I began to like really research and start looking at things in a different light, then I just started seeing a whole different picture that I could say I didn't even like think or see before. So that's why I'm saying what I said, that dumber than a
Right.
Democrat. Mm-mm. They don't want to hear shit.
And
They don't give a fuck how you
yeah,
explain it. They don't care about how you break that shit down. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. They just want to believe what they want to believe. They want to believe everything that the media say. They want to believe everything that is being told to them, and they do not want to hear any type of alternative views, even if it comes down to medical suggestions about
Correct.
alternative medicines that may be able to help them. They don't even want to hear that shit. Oh, I'm hurting really bad, but I don't want to try what you got. I don't, even if it's just a rub to rub on them, they don't want to. They don't want to hear that shit. They just want to continue doing what they're doing and thinking the way that they think, and that's it. Point blank. Nobody's gonna change it. That's how they feel.
Exactly. And I mean, it kind of goes like when black people get mad when other people say, oh, black people like fried chicken and watermelon. Black people like fried chicken and watermelon. It's just the truth. It shouldn't be hurting nobody's feelings. Like, we got to these places because it's actually the truth. It's not that one person that was black ate a watermelon and some fried chicken and then the whole stereotype came along. The shit is just true. And people get in their feelings about it. And I wonder, I'm like, wait a minute now. Y'all be acting so tough and y'all getting y'all feelings about factual things that are true, that are not even offensive because they're true. So I just, you said it, Laverne. A lot of people don't like they self. So
They don't. It's the fucking truth. So
it's the
I
truth.
always say that if somebody don't like themselves or they don't love themselves, how in the fuck you think they gonna love you? They can't. They can't. Silver Bell, thank you for reposting this stream. Kilburn said he got on because he saw his friend Gator on the show. And he also said, I missed the 80s when we didn't give a fuck what color your skin was. And to this day,
We
I
don't
don't
give
give a fuck what color your
we
skin is.
don't
I could give a shit less.
we don't give a fuck at
And
all.
Kilburn
That's one
say,
of
I don't agree with anyone 100%. And I didn't go to college, but I have an IQ above 120. Dora said all these
there you go.
politicians are not to be trusted. It's all about what? Money and power at the end
Money.
of the day. It's all
That's
about
it.
money and power. And I feel like at the end of the day, it's all about we the people. The politicians are gonna be on the same team regardless. Whether they're Democrat, Independent, Republican, or whatever in the fuck they call themselves. But at the end of the day,
That
it's
part.
always about we the people. It's about we the people. We're not gonna always agree with one another, but I think that
Right.
open conversations are always great um to
Exactly.
have and to explore dialogue and just get things out in the open, because once you begin to talk about it, it's always so much that you can learn that maybe you didn't know, or things that you can learn that you never thought about. So dialogue is great.
All the time.
Gator, are
And
you frozen? No, you're not frozen.
I don't think so.
Okay, I was just
now he gone.
Gator gone. Okay, so I'm not gonna go on and on with this show today. Um I still got a lot of work to do. And we will see you all this week. Travia, in closing.
Yeah, I just want to thank Letitia and Gator for coming on. We definitely value all of your insight and opinions. Are we doing the Monday episode, Laverne? Will you be done with your audit?
We'll talk about it.
Okay. All right. So we just want to thank you all for joining us today. Hope you enjoyed the commentary. Hope you enjoyed, the clips that we had, and it made you think. And you'll come back and you'll join us at
Oh,
minimum
oh,
next week.
Gator. Okay, Gator, I'm glad you back. Talk about what you're doing tonight on
Oh
social.
yeah, tonight. Yeah, my organization, Patriots United. I put on a civics space on X every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern time.
That
I'll
you
have
have
it
the
posted
time
on.
posted on your page.
Yes, ma'am. I'll have the link posted on my page, and so you can go there and join. And we usually go over some part of the Constitution or the Federalist Papers, Anti-Federalist Papers, some sort of the founding documents, or anything to do with civics. Back like us old folks, like me and Laverne, we're old. I don't know about I don't know about Jerry on there. She looks pretty young herself there. Now, yeah, I can tell because she likes to argue with me. And but when they actually taught civics in school, so that's what we do is we go over some of those documents and we recite them and have a discussion on them. Just try to remind us of what it was that founded this country. Of course, this country was founded on God and the documents that were used to found this country. And we do that every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern. So y'all are welcome to come join us. And it's an open mic discussion. So like I said, every Thursday at 7 p.m. Please come out and join us.
And can you also tell us about your organization?
Yes, ma'am. I'll be happy to. Uh, it's Patriots United. We've been running since late 2021, early 2022. And what we do is we're a nationwide organization, and we find America First grassroots politicians. And well, I say politicians. That's not actually true because I hate the fucking
Candidates.
politicians. Candidates. That's right. Miss Laverne was one of our very first candidates. Yeah, because I hate a fucking politician. I do.
Hate
Um,
politicians also. But I do love
and I did. I misspoke when I said politicians. Candidates. America First candidates, and we get together like this, usually with a video or what have you, and we see if we jive, if we have the same values, and we do our level best to get them into office. It doesn't necessarily have to be in Congress. It can be a local office. Whatever we can do to get them into an office to affect change, change in the right direction. And
Awesome.
if they we had some find us, we do most of the finding of them, and we just try to help them as best we can. If it's something as simple as putting on a town hall in an X space, I'm gonna have Miss Laverne teach me how to do this shit right here, so we can do it over live and
Awesome.
hold some town halls like this and just whatever we can do with whatever talents we have in our little small but mighty organization. And I utilize whatever contacts I have, like Miss Laverne, to get the message out for whatever candidates we have, and that's what we do. And we try to educate the people. Um, I dropped us as a 527, and we're going to be coming back to life as a 501c4. So we can do both sides, the education side and the political side. So that's Patriots United, and we are trademarked. That's Patriots United in a nutshell. And if you want to become a member, just give me a DM, shoot me a DM. We'll do a little vetting, a little conversating, and you can join. It's all voluntary. So it's you come in and leave, no big deal. And I want that young lady right there to join us so I can have somebody fight with on a daily basis.
Trust me, you want me in your corner.
That's right. That's right.
Ah,
And
thank you, Gator.
you can reach Gator on X. And
Yeah, you can reach me on X at Real Outlaw Gator. And that's really the only place I'm at is on X. And I built the whole thing in DM chat rooms. The whole organization is built in DM chat rooms. It's kind of actually kind of cool. I didn't think I could do it, but I did it.
oh,
So
there
yeah, just reach me. You just reach me
go.
on.
We the
Yeah,
people.
that's it right there. That's
Got
me.
it. Gator is an old retired U.S. Navy chief. All right. That's what's up.
That's me right
That's
there.
what's up.
Look at that handsome devil right there.
uh, he says, my level of sarcasm and number of fucks to give depends on your level of stupidity. So how about that?
That's right.
That.
That's exactly true. That is exactly true. And
Well,
that's us
okay.
right there. And we got a website, patriotsunited.us. Uh, one of my other shipmates, he's a retired sailor as well. He's got it built and it should be up and running by now.
Okay. Gator, you're from Florida too. What do you think about alligator Alcatraz?
I like it. I like it a lot. I do. And, I can't believe all them. Well, actually, yes, I can believe them liberals all up doing that pearl clutching and shit. All it is a little old piece of, you know, county owned property that's been there forever, right off of Alligator Alley.
Right?
Hell, I'm old enough to remember when Alligator Alley was just an old 2-lane blacktop that didn't even have chain link fence alongside of it. And that's how it got its name, Alligator Alley, because when you would drive it alligators would actually go across it at night because there was nothing to stop them. It was just literally, it was just a 2-lane blacktop. One lane of traffic one way, the other lane of traffic going the other way for all the way across the state. Now it's a damn part of I-75. And I was like, geez, I am old. I done got old.
But Gator, um, being able to live these days and be our age, all our age, including you, Traven, it's a blessing because so many
Yes.
young people just don't make it anymore. So that's a
Right.
blessing itself. Meg says Gator, and you all rocked it. Enjoyed your lively convo. Then she said alligator Alcatraz. Yes, darling. We are alligator Alcatraz right off of the Everglades. And y'all know what's in them Everglades: alligators and pythons. And
That's
some
right.
big
And the
ass,
pythons ain't supposed to be there, by the way.
yeah,
Sorry,
yeah, that's
bastards
an
in Miami
invasive
let in some
species.
bitches loose.
Yeah, that's an invasive species. And we also
Yep.
have some big ass motherfucking mosquitoes down there. So
Yes, ma'am, we do. Damn swamp birds. I tell everybody, come down to God's country, down here in Florida. We are the OG fuck around and find out state. We got some shit for you down here. Come on down.
I heard. I definitely heard.
absolutely.
All
Absolutely. So yeah, we're
So
gonna
that's right.
close
about
So
out.
that's right, Miss Travian. Come on down. Come on down and fuck around with me and find out. Come on.
it. You must not know
I'm
about me,
smarter
Gator.
than the average alligator. Come on. Come on,
You
bring
must
it,
not know
sister.
about me, Gator.
Come on.
So anyway, we're gonna
Well,
close
thank
out today. And thank you, Gator, for coming on. Thank you, Letitia. Thank you, Travian. Kentucky has all the good caves to hide things in. Okay, Kilburn. We got it. So, y'all, in closing today, thank you everybody that joined us on this podcast, and thank you for everybody that even retweeted I can't even fucking talk podcast. Yes,
It's time for a
baby,
drink.
I've been so fucking busy. I had a big ass fucking audit. So anyway, thank you everybody for joining us, and we'll see you same place, same time next week. Guys, we'll see you then. And have a
Hey,
great
and I'll
one.
come back anytime you'll have me, ma'am.
No, you are
Yes, you'll
always
definitely be.
welcome, Gator. You are always
I'll be
welcome.
here.
I La Casa, your La
Thank you.
Casa.
All
Bye
right.
bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye now.
Bye. Hi, I'm Laverne Spicer, and I'm asking for your support today. Thousands of Americans struggle to get food, and they wonder where their next meal is going to come from. But I'm here, been working with them for over 25 years to provide food to people that need it the most, right here at our community food bank. So today, I'm asking you for your support. Please provide a contribution to help make a real difference in our community and to help us feed people. And you can do it right here. Donate today on Cash App. And you will see the link above.